Community Redevelopment Agency meeting will come to order. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Board Member Watson.
Here.
Board Member Russell.
Present.
Vice Chair Diaz de la Portilla.
Here.
We have quorum to start the meeting, Vice Chair.
We have a quorum. Good morning, everyone. I think we need to first approve the minutes from the last meeting. Is there any motion to approve the minutes? So moved by Commissioner Russell, second by Commissioner Watson. Any objection? Show it done. We now move to our items of the agenda. We have some public comments, or do we need to read, Mr. Bin? Do we need to read the legalities of the meeting?
I have a statement if you'd like me to read it.
You're recognized.
Any person may be heard by the Board of Commissioners through the chair and upon registering pursuant to the published notice for not more than 2 minutes on any proposition before the board unless modified by the chair. Members of the public wishing to address the body may do so by visiting miamicra.com/SEOPW to upload their 2-minute video comments to be played during the board meeting or to submit their written comments via the online comment form. The comments submitted through the comment form have been distributed to the board members and CRA administration throughout the day so that the board members can consider the comments prior to taking any action. Additionally, the online comment form will remain open during the meeting to accept comments and distribute to the board members up until the time the chairperson closes the public comment period. Members of the public may also call 305-250-5351 to provide comments via the dedicated public comment voicemail, where an individual will be able to leave a 2-minute message that will be played during the board meeting. All comments submitted will be included as part of the public record for the CRA meeting and will be considered by the Board of Commissioners prior to taking any action. Public comment may also be provided live at City Hall, subject to any and all COVID-19 rules, regulations, and procedures. Speakers who appear in person will be subject to screening for symptoms of COVID-19. Any persons exhibiting any symptoms of COVID-19 will not be permitted to enter City Hall. All interested parties are required to abide by all state, county, and local emergency orders and urged to remain at home and practice social distancing. If the proposition is being continued or rescheduled, the opportunity to be heard may be at such a later date before the board takes action on such proposition. When addressing the board, the member of the public must first state his or her name, his or her address, and what item will be spoken about. Any person with a disability requiring assistance, auxiliary aids, and services for the meeting may notify the city clerk. Section 286.0114, Subsection 4, Subsection C of Florida statutes authorizes the CRA to prescribe procedures or forms for an individual to use in order to inform the board or commission of a desire to be heard, to indicate his or her support, opposition, or neutrality on a proposition. The CRA, through its multiple comment options, has provided different methods to indicate, among other things, the public's support, opposition, or neutrality on the items and topics to be discussed at today's CRA meeting. The public has been given the opportunity to provide public comment during the meeting and within reasonable proximity and time before the meeting. The CRA has also created a simple set of instructions explaining how the public may submit their comments with either option. Those instructions were provided in the notice to the public via the City of Miami's and the CRA's social media channels and published online at miamicra.com/SEOPW. Please note, board members have been generally briefed by staff and the city attorney on items on the agenda today. Anyone wishing to appeal any decision made by the board for any matter considered this meeting may need a verbatim record of the item. A video of this meeting may be requested at the City of Miami's Office of Communications or viewed online at miamigov.com. Please silence all cell phones and other noise-making devices. The CRA meeting will be viewed live on Miami TV at miamigov.com/TV, through the city's Facebook page, on the city's Periscope channel, on the city's YouTube channel, and on Comcast Channel 77. The broadcast will also have closed captioning. Commissioners, please confirm you are comfortable with these notice provisions as set forth in these uniform rules and procedures for this meeting.
I am.
Yes. Thank you.
First, my apologies to Nicole. I called you Madam Secretary. My old Tallahassee days got the best of me. It's Madam Clerk. So,
That's okay, Vice Chair. I understand.
so
Thank you.
my apologies for Tallahassee
okay.
coming out here. It does every once in a while. So we have some public comment on agenda items 1 through 7. We're going to take a public comment now. We have some recorded. Do we have any recorded comments? Mr. Clerk? No. Any personal appearances before the commission? Before the agency? Please come up, sir. You're recognized. Good morning.
Good morning. First, I want to thank you all for this opportunity. I'm praying that you all stay safe. And please do what we're supposed to do, practice social distancing, and tend to the people in our community who need our help the most. That's our seniors and our children and our first responders. So I want to thank you for this opportunity. Congratulations, Commissioner Jeffrey Watson, on your appointment.
Thank you, sir.
I didn't publicly get a chance, the opportunity to congratulate you, but I want to do so at this time. And I also want to thank you for placing item number 6 on for Neighbors and Neighbors Association. So I'm here on behalf of Neighbors and Neighbors Association, item number 6. I'm looking for you all, for the board, for support on this item. And thank you for allowing us to continue to serve the residents and the people and the businesses in Overtown. And thank you, Mr. Neal. Thank you so much.
And you gotta tell us.
Leroy Jones, 1490 Northwest 3rd Avenue, the Overtown Resource Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Good morning.
Good morning. Jackie Bell, 1600 Northwest 3rd Avenue, New Washington Heights Community Development Corporation, with Folk Life Friday. I don't know if it's an honor to have lived so long, to come before you so many years, to continue to ask your support for the Overtown community. Folk Life Friday is an economic forum. It provides for about 30 small businesses to set up on the 9th Street Mall once a month. And those vendors are now hurting very badly. And the reason they're hurting is America is hurting because of the pandemic that we're in. And to Mr. and Commissioner Watson, I am so proud to have known you and to have watched you grow, to be a grown man in a city that your parents loved as well as we. And thank you. And I have not been to talk to you because I knew that you had a heavy load in the front of you. And I wanted you to have the opportunity to read and study and be able to be the proud young man this community knows. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss. It's incredible to be recognized as a young man, Commissioner Watson. That's a good thing.
That's what I know the most. That was the biggest excitement to me, young man. I feel better.
It's all about how you feel, right? Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing today?
Good, sir. How are you?
Sir. My name is Ijan McGray. I'm going to be 1490 Northwest 3rd Avenue. I represent EDBB Inc., which is going to be Encouraging Dreamers Breaking Barriers All-Star Detailing Service, where we're going to be providing car wash opportunities to the city, to do the city police cars, and also the net office and everything. It's a second chance program for our youth from ages 18 and up to 24. We're going to be looking for an opportunity to work with all you commissioners, because we would like to bring it to each one of your districts. Mr. Watson, we thank you for becoming the new commissioner. Nice to meet you, sir. That's it. Thank y'all again.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any more public comment? Any additional public comment? Okay. Mr. Shiver, will you, in the interest of transparency, sort of walk us through the 7 items that we have briefly so that the community and the commissioners can
Thank you, and it'll be an honor.
You're recognized, sir.
Thank you, and thank you, board members, for being present. First item is authorizing the acceptance of a 3,000 square foot lot owned by the city. This lot is located at 714 Northwest 14th Avenue. It's being conveyed to the CRA for affordable housing purposes. The second matter is a resolution authorizing a grant for $150,000 to Washington Heights Community Development Conference. That's Jackie Bell, for a monthly open air market, better known as Folk Life Friday. We have this program has been in Overtown since 2010. It's held on the 9th Street Pedestrian Mall on every first Friday. The third item is a resolution authorizing a grant in the amount of $190,000 to Suited for Success for job training and other employment support services. Suited for Success was started 26 years ago as part of an international organization, Dress for Success. They have been in Overtown for 11 years. The fourth item is a resolution authorizing a grant in the amount of $150,000 to Encouraging Dreamers Breaking Barriers for a job training, second chance. This is a pilot program. Out of the $150,000, $100,000 is being allocated and sponsored by the City of Miami Mayor. $50,000 is coming for the CRA. The fifth item is a revenue item, a resolution ratifying an executed purchase agreement with FDOT in an amount of $2,162,887.50. This is for two easements. One is permanent and one is temporary. This is property that we own north of the 395 expansion, and this resolution will allow that expansion as well as bringing necessary revenues to the CRA. The sixth item is a resolution authorizing a grant in the amount of $200,000 to Neighbors. This is an operation of a business incubator in the development program. NANA was formed in 1995 to assist small businesses in the area. It's been a very successful program, particularly with the moms and pops and small business grants and microloan programming. And the last item is a resolution authorizing the execution of the First Amendment to a development agreement and covenant with Grand Central Miami Holdings, Inc. This is a development of what we call in the CRA Block 46. It's 370 units, and this agreement, we're given a 57% TIF agreement for 80 units, affordable units from 60% AMI. 6 units will be 60% AMI, 24 units will be 60 to 80%, 25 will be 80 to 100%, and 25 will be 100 to 120. The remaining units will be workforce units. As I was explaining to the vice chair, who's the chairman of this meeting, the CRA is fortunate enough to be in a phase where we're now recruiting and giving incentives for mixed use, mixed income developments, since we have stabilized the affordable housing, low, moderate income market in Overtown. Mr. Chairman, those are the 7 items.
Thank you, Mr. Shiver. We have a motion by Commissioner Watson to approve items 1 through 7, seconded by Commissioner Russell. Is there any discussion?
Yes.
Commissioner
discussion.
Watson, you're recognized, sir.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I have a question on item 7. Mr. Director, is this the last time they'll come before us on any sort of amendments to their agreement?
Yes, this is the last item. This is an agreement. We had anticipated giving them some assistance for affordable housing, but we delayed that. This project has got to be about 95% complete. These units will be available to the public within the next 6 months, and we don't anticipate this item coming back before the commission, before the CRA. This is the last item.
Because I have some letters from some of the residents at the existing facility on their issues of now in this development and how they're now not kind of complying with what they had agreed to do with those residents in the first Ponciana. So we'll get a chance to speak to them or hear from them to ensure that they're going to do what they're supposed to do.
Thank you. And the principals, you have informed me of the concerns. And so for the board to know and the community will know, this is Ponciana Phase 2. There have been some concerns in the residents in Ponciana Phase 1. We have informed the principals of that, and I'll be glad to facilitate a meeting between you and the residents of Ponciana Phase 1.
Are there any additional comments or questions? Commissioner Russell, you're recognized.
Thank you very much. Just a question, Mr. Director, about the Encouraging Dreamers grant. So the funding will provide job training and car washing services to our fleet vehicles for the entire city or for vehicles within the CRA? How does it work exactly?
Well, right now, and he has to, Elijah has to explain that better. My understanding, though, that the location would be in the redevelopment area. My understanding, they do have a principle of understanding with the City of Miami Police to do cars. I'm not too sure if it's going to be citywide because I don't know the capacity, but this grant is facilitating equipment, location, and some salaries moving forward.
Is Ijamin, not
Ida.
Elijah.
Right, that's your name?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. So, like Mr. Shiver said, this is an opportunity that was brought to the city to do the city cars. I would love for it to be citywide, where we can set up an opportunity in each district with a little spot that hires the kids from each district with a job opportunity. So, if that answers your question, sir.
It does. So through the chair, please. The total amount in the agenda is 150,000, but only a portion of that is provided by the CRA. The other portion is from the mayor's office.
Exactly.
Correct? So there is citywide funding already being applied. to
Yes.
this, So you could technically work citywide.
Yes, sir.
And so the amount that's in here already includes the services for that cleaning for the next year? Is that how it works?
No, the services is for the startup and for to me to be able to train, pay the employees.
Okay, so that's the initial amount. The actual cleaning services would be a further contract.
Yes, sir.
Understood. All right.
So is the director going to help you?
Commissioner.
Is the director going to help you with respect to now you increasing your capacity to maybe be able to serve the city?
I can't hear you, sir.
Is the director going to help you with respect to increasing your capacity to be able to serve the city and not just the district?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I look forward to that. This is a pilot program, and if they are successful the way we believe they will be, then I'll be coming back to the board with that good report and possibly request for additional funding.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank y'all.
Any
God bless
additional comments, commissioners? Okay, so we call the item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes unanimously, 3-0. No further business to conduct. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir, you're recognized.
let me just say this, and so we can future planning. I've gotten a lot of letters from people in the town park projects.
And which projects?
The town park projects. I'd like to direct, at least through you, have the director come back to us with a report on the status of those projects at our first meeting in January.
We'll do that. So directed. No further business to conduct. The meeting is now adjourned. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Take care, everyone.